TTI stands for the Timothy Initiative. It's based on 2 Timothy 2:2, where Paul told Timothy to train faithful men who would in turn teach others also. TTI is a church planting initiative. We plant churches, lots and lots of churches. We train young Timothys to in turn teach others to go out and plant churches. That's what TTI is. We work with anyone that's a Bible believer. If people believe that Jesus is the Son of God, that He died on the cross, rose again, they accept salvation by grace through faith, they believe the Bible is the Word of God, the deity of Christ, the essentials of the Christian faith, we will work across denominational lines. I am personally a Baptist, but we work with many, many different denominations. One of our core values, our number one core value is it's all about the kingdom. And the second core value is we don't care who gets the credit. Because of that, we are looking for partnerships. We're not planting the churches in our name. There's no such thing as a TTI church. Our vision is to train people to plant churches. Right now, we are currently training, I think the number is 650 church planters in Kenya. We hope to get that number up to 1,000 by the end of the year. We have written our own curriculum. It is the only curriculum I know of in the world for church planters specifically that covers the entire Bible. It takes a year to go through the material. Every part of it is aimed at the church planter. And again, we cover from Genesis to Revelation. Included in there, we have hermeneutics, how to interpret the Bible, homiletics, how to teach the Bible, major Bible doctrines of the Bible, and then apologetics, a defense of the Christian faith and the Scriptures.
The best bit about TTI and in relation to church planting is that we are able to produce an endless, it's a continuous process of production of people who know the Word and who are also able to teach. It's like an endless production of disciples, yes, which is very good.
Everywhere I went in developing countries, I saw a great need for Bible teaching. The pastors were starving for good Bible teaching. The problem was we would train people, and some of them used it, some of them did not. And so when TTI started, we had a paradigm shift in our brain. I ceased starting Bible institutes and began starting church planting training centers. And you can only come in if you agree to plant a church. You must sign your name that you understand this is a school specifically for church planters and that you will not graduate unless you plant a church. And that can be a small church. It can be like two I visited yesterday under a tree, okay? You don't have to have a building to have a church.
Every training center has 25 number of students, and those number of students are being prepared to plant churches. Some of those churches are the churches like this that is right behind us, which was started by the student who is already sharing the gospel with these people.
But we want to make sure that the church planters know what they're doing. So we sat down and we wrote our own curriculum. They will learn the Bible. They will learn how to plant churches. They will plant churches. And they will plant churches that will plant churches. What we emphasize is that you're not planting a church. You're planting a church planting center. You're planting a church. You're not planting a tree. You're planting an orchard.
In Africa, we're younger. We've only been here about a year. but the fruit is already coming. I'm seeing lots and lots of churches, house churches, village churches, tree churches. The vision is truly working and God is moving.
The requirement is they must plant a church to graduate. But it is our anticipation, our expectation that they will go well beyond that. Many of the guys that we train are out in villages, North and West Kenya, all over Ethiopia, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast. They're what I call the little guy. In the village, there's no power, there's no water. They walk to the river to get their water. He can barely feed his family for the day. He has no way of moving to the big city to get a degree. So what we do is we take the training center to his village.
Most of them have not been able to go to Bible school due to it's a distance from here to Nairobi where those schools are situated. And most of them have been saved here. And so when TTI came, it's like now education or Bible school came to where they are. And so they are being helped to get that education.
TTI is going to bring a very big impact, and especially to people who are calling themselves pastors. They have a congregation and they don't have a college education. I was able to meet with some who are saying, yes, I want to go to college, but I don't have money to take me there. Some who are saying, I want to go to college, but I don't have time. But TTI has been able to take care of all that.
Pastors that had no chance or no education to start a church. Now they're equipped, now they're trained, now they're ready, and now we're going and seeing a small church planter going out reaching 20 or 25 people.
And there's no charge. We do not make him pay. We fund it. We fund it through the gifts of people that have a burden for the Great Commission. That little guy, his dream has been to get an education. He had no way to accomplish his dream. Now he does. And when he learns all he's got to do is plant a church, he will do it. We have verified reports of just under 13,000 churches in the past 3 years. By the end of this year, by the end of 2011, we will be very close to 20,000 churches, or at least by this time next year, 2012. By May of 2012, we will be at 20,000 churches. And from there, we believe it's going to take off. I have come to believe that 1 million churches is perhaps too small of a vision. I think the number is unlimited.